On Thursday, an hours-long conversation here at the Legislative Office Building boiled down to one question. Who should be in charge of the books children read, the librarian or their parents?
Every single time I see book bannings, it's a little cliche, but I think about, Nazi Germany.
Growing up, June Carpenter's favorite book was called Melissa. It's the story of the transgender experience through the eyes of a fourth grade girl of the same name. Carpenter checked it out from their local library, which has now become an act others across the country have been unable to do in recent years. Since Melissa was published in 2015, the book has been repeatedly listed as one of the most challenged books in the country, due in part to its LGBTQ+ content, according to the American Library Association. Carpenter traveled to Hartford to defend the book and children's ability to read it in Connecticut like they did.
Alex Gino wanted to write it because they noticed a lack of transgender middle grade literature, and they hoped that the book would make children feel less alone. Gino achieved this goal for me. For the first time, I felt understood.
At the moment, the state's Committee on Children is weighing the future of Senate Bill 1271, which would create a working group to develop a policy for how libraries would collect and display books and how they may review whether a book is appropriate or not. This way, librarians could have added security based on their decision, according to the committee.
Because in other states, we're very aware that librarians have been harassed and beyond harassed have been targeted. And we want to make sure that our librarians are protected, both in the school libraries and in the public libraries.
According to the bill, the groups would only include people in education and library services. And this has drawn criticism from people like Amy Chai.
And it is an act of violence to expose children to pornographic images without the child's consent and without the parents' consent.
And that's why Chai is urging lawmakers to make changes to the bill before it gets signed off.
I just hope that they consider putting some additions or changes into this bill to make it a little bit more fair to the parents.
In the end, those opposing the bill said that they wanted to see a little more clarification in the language of the bill to see what would count as expletive or not. But for now, in the Legislative Office Building, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.